Here's how you can use a future self approach to actually achieve your goals within 90 days. See, most people set goals, but they lose motivation or they get stuck. The secret isn't in setting the goal, it's acting like the person who's already doing this thing that you want to achieve in 90 days, for example. So today we're going to talk about the future self method. So the future self method is picturing yourself in 90 days. What habits does this person have? What routines do they have? How do they handle setbacks? You need to think about all of the things that you need to put in place for this person in the future that is going to be achieving your goal, right? So you could set a goal for anything. You could set a fitness goal, a relationship goal, anything like that. But you need to really think about what you want to achieve in that 90 days and then build this character up. So let's get into the first thing. So defining your character. You have to write like a short thing, maybe a few paragraphs of what this person does, a profile. What version of them, like what version of you is this person, right? So what habits, what mindset, what achievements do they have in this 90 days? What actions do they do every single day? So the second point is, I have to identify your key mindset and habits. So let's say you want to, lose 15 kilograms of fat in 3 months. So you need to figure out this person who's 15 kilograms lighter, what are they doing every day? They're obviously making good eating choices. They're obviously, walking or doing some form of exercise every day. You have to think about these things that they're doing and write them all down. Write all the things down. Write what someone would do that is already achieving that, who is already this weight that you want to be. And then we'll work back from there. So once you've done that, the third step is, you work back and map out the milestones. So you map out what you need to have done after 1 week, what you need to have done after 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, etc. So you set mini goals. So you set a 60-day goal, you set a 30-day goal, and you set weekly goals. So for example, if you do want to lose weight, then, what do you need to do every day? Something is like walking 10,000 steps. That would be very beneficial to losing weight. Eating less, very beneficial. But you need to really define what these things are and exactly how you're going to achieve them. Because you could just be like, yeah, I need to eat less, I need to exercise, right, whatever. Everyone knows that. But you have to really understand how much do you need to eat, what do you need to eat, how do you need to exercise, all of these things. So you have to map them all out individually into habits, into a tracker, into a planner, a calendar, all of that. This is something that I'm helping people with. So if you do want to actually get my help to map this out for you and work with you over the 90 days, then you can look at my website. It's pillars.life. I'll put it on the screen. It's basically a mindset program around achieving any goal that you want. Something that I have a little bit of experience in is obviously good, and it's all through mindset. So all through putting in place these things that you need to achieve it. So the fourth one is you need to apply mindset strategies every single day. What would my future self do in this scenario, Let's use the fat loss one. You're at a donut shop. Would the person who's already lost 15 kilograms buy that donut? No. It sounds kind of straightforward, but you have to be constantly thinking about you are this person in 90 days already. And you're doing everything that they're doing every day, and then your body will just catch up with you. So you have to be thinking about that all the time. Every decision you make, is this the decision that this person will make, the future self, right? So the fifth, reflect and adjust every single week. If something's not working, if you're not sticking to something, you need to reflect, you need to adjust it. If something's too much, if something's too easy, you can add things, you can remove things. This is something that I do with my client. If it's not working, what I've planned is I just remove stuff, I add stuff, I try things in a different way, because there are many different ways of achieving things. Mindset's the key pillar behind it all. But if something's not working, we're not going to continue doing something that's not working and be like, maybe it'll work eventually. If something's not working, you're not feeling better, then it's not working. So you have to reflect and adjust. So let's do an example. Alex needs to gain confidence in public speaking and social situations in 90 days. So let's imagine the goals, right? So the goal is confident speaking in meetings, like in a work meeting or a meetup. They can confident speaking in front of 2 or 3 people. They initiate conversations at events rather than sitting around waiting for someone to talk to them. And they speak with a clear voice. They speak loudly, like not too loud, but so people can hear them, and they have good posture, good body language. Those are the 3 goals for, confidence in this scenario. So we set those. An example of daily tasks that could be for this goal, I'm just thinking about this now, is positive self-talk. You need to stay positive. You need to be like, I'm going to come into this situation, it's going to go well. I'm not going to be like, this is super scary, I can't do this. Keep yourself hyped up. That's a little bit of help before you enter the situation. It's going to help. It's going to show through your body language. Good posture. If you have bad posture, if you're, super closed posture, things like that, you need to be consciously thinking about, how am I presenting myself? How am I looking? Am I making sure that I'm using my hands, things like that. And then practice speaking in the mirror or have like role play with a friend. Just practice like having a conversation, think of a topic. This is something that you can do also to improve your camera skills. You can just like speak to a camera every day for 30 days and practice your speaking. So it's kind of similar to that. Weekly goals could be do things that a confident person would do. Go to meetups, go into the meetup, go speak to people straight away. You know, this is something that maybe you need to do after 3 weeks, after you've been practicing the daily habits, but then you just go into the situation, you put yourself into that situation that's uncomfortable, out of your comfort zone, and you just do it. And after 1, after 2, after 3 times, you're going to be slowly improving. And then with those improvements, with the feedback, you can make adjustments and understand how you are feeling and change stuff that way. And then bi-monthly, you know, maybe by 60 days, you're through doing these example things. There's obviously going to be a few more things that you do daily and weekly, but you'd be able to speak in front of multiple people at a social event. You'd be happy speaking to 2 people already in 60 days, as long as consistently, this is your goal. You're doing these actions every day. You're acting like this person who's already confident. You're thinking about all the things that they do. You've planned that. You have it in your head, all these things that this person needs to do. You're not doubting yourself, you know? And by day 90, Alex is regularly contributing to meetings at work and in social situations without feeling anxious. There's still going to feel a bit of nerves, but he's done it before. He knows the reactions. He knows what to expect. You know, and at a networking event, he meets new friends and starts conversations naturally. And confidence is now built in through mindset shifting, through practice, and through daily and weekly habits. If you want help planning your 90-day transformation through whatever it is you want to do, then go to my website, pillars.life. I'll put it on the screen, and you can check out my video on there and book a call in the calendar, and we can see if we'll be a good fit to work together. But I love doing this. I love helping people. I love seeing these transformations in my friends and the few people that I've coached. It's just a really good feeling, and I've had some really positive feedback so far, so I'm really excited to work with you guys if anyone needs any help. So thanks for watching, and check out the video on the screen for something YouTube recommends that you want to watch.